It started like any other high-stakes NFC night, but the energy shifted the moment Philadelphia Eagles right tackle Lane Johnson limped off the field. One of the most reliable pillars of this franchise, a two-time first-team All-Pro, a six-time Pro Bowler, suddenly heading toward the locker room with a foot injury during the first quarter. It sent a shock through the entire stadium. You could almost feel 70,000 people holding their breath at the same time. Johnson didn't come back. Cameras followed him as he disappeared into the tunnel, and that sight alone told the story. It didn't matter how loud the stadium was. There was a silence behind the noise. When a player like Lane Johnson goes down, it doesn't just shake the offensive line, it shakes the confidence of the entire team. And yet, somehow, the Eagles had to keep going. Fred Johnson stepped in, filling the gap as best he could, but everyone watching knew what this meant. This wasn't just another injury update, it was a turning point. The Eagles still managed to beat the Detroit Lions 16-9 thanks to another fierce defensive performance. But no one was celebrating without looking over their shoulder wondering, how bad is Lane's injury this time? Especially because this wasn't the first scare. Just last week, he left the game against the Green Bay Packers with an ankle injury. Even then, Lane fought through the pain, returned in the fourth quarter, and held the line like a warrior, refusing to step away from his brothers. That's who he is. And that's exactly why this moment feels heavier than usual. He practiced all week for this huge NFC showdown, limited on Wednesday, full practices on Thursday and Friday, and no injury designation heading into the game. Everything looked normal, everything looked safe, but football doesn't always honor your preparation. Earlier in the season, he had already dealt with a neck injury that forced him out of most of Week 3 against the Los Angeles Rams. Now, with a foot injury adding to the list, it's clear this season has been brutal on him. Before we continue, let me say this. If you like getting fast, clean, no-nonsense updates the moment they happen, hit that subscribe button right now. Because moments like this define a season, and you deserve the full truth, not rumors. And truthfully, this isn't just about Lane Johnson. The entire Eagles' offensive line has been limping through the 2025 season. They've been patching holes, shifting pieces, and praying for stability that never seems to come. Center Cam Jurgens finally returned tonight, his first time back since suffering a knee injury in Week 7 against the Vikings. You could see the emotion on his face. Being away from the field changes a player, and stepping back into the chaos is never easy. Meanwhile, guards Landon Dickerson and Steen were also hanging on to their health. By a thread, Dickerson has been dealing with a quad injury, pushing through pain because that's what leaders do. Steen has been battling an oblique injury of his own. Every name on that list tells the same story. The Eagles' offensive line is bruised, battered, and somehow still fighting. And that's what makes Lane Johnson's absence feel so dramatic. He's not just any player, he's the anchor, the guy the team trusts, the guy fans trust. When he's on the field, the offense breathes easier. When he leaves, everyone feels it. Tonight wasn't just another game. It was a reminder that even the strongest pieces can fade, even the toughest warriors can step off the battlefield, and even the most disciplined teams can struggle when their foundation cracks. And let me be honest with you, if you're still watching right now, then you're exactly the kind of viewer I want on this channel. So pause for 1 second and hit that subscribe button. Not just for me, but so you never miss updates about moments that could change the entire direction of a season. We break things down without drama that isn't real, without exaggeration, without misinformation, just the raw story as it unfolds. As the stadium lights dimmed and fans walked out, there wasn't a sense of victory in the air. Yes, the Eagles won, but they also lost something tonight, at least for now. And until we know the severity of Lane Johnson's injury, a shadow will hang over this team because every step he takes, every practice he misses or attends, every update that drops, it matters. And that's the truth of tonight's game. The scoreboard shows a win, but the story shows a battle still far from over.